inclusive, and diversified. Classroom Management 101, inclusive and diversified. Classroom Management 101, inclusive and diversified. Classroom Management 101, inclusive and diversified. Classroom Management 101. So I left off talking about if you have a student that's irate and on level 10, so to speak, how to address that situation and why it's still important to follow your behavior tiers and document and report, document, report. Never attempt to engage a student when the tempers are high. Give them ample room, and at this point, you've already instructed them to, adjust their behavior. And if they have not at this point, then, as I mentioned before, you summon for support an administrator or security officer. You don't want to continue to battle back and forth with this student because that just merely adds more gasoline to the fire. Now, don't be alarmed if that same student goes to the principal's office and comes back to your classroom and continues with the same shenanigans. What do? You continue to follow your behavior tiers. You say, okay, this is the behavior that you need to self-correct. Now, the next step, and the next step, and the next step. And at the bottom of the tier, the last straw is the referral. So again, for every time this kid comes to your classroom acting out and refusing to submit to your teachings, you follow the behavior tiers. You document, you report, and you have that as far as your evidence and your proof that you are providing equity and fairness for this student. Always adhere to the behavior plan. Also, be careful not to threaten a student with predictions concerning what you think will happen once they get to the principal office. Oh, you're going to get 5 days. You're going to get 10 days. Because if what you expect for the student, if you expect a certain thing to happen to a student and it doesn't, then the student will throw it in your face. They will see, you said I was going to get 3 days. Ain't nothing happened to me. So because at this point you don't know what the administrator might decide to do with the kid. You don't know. So you don't want to just wave that around as if, you have control of it. Because once you release the referral, then it's in the hands of the administration what ultimately the kid will have to suffer through as a result or consequence of their behavior. Moving forward, I'm going to point out number 6. Number 6, I would say, is the hardest of all the considerations that I've talked about. I'm going to tell you why. Because that same self-awareness that we're trying to teach kids, we have to have it in order to do this. We have to be aware of who we are in the face of any kind of adversity. We have to be able to have tools that ground us when things get tough and decisions have to be made. Hard decisions have to be made. Number 6, forgive the student. Yeah, you have to. Because being at odds with that student all year, it's putting wear and tear on this right here, this heart, and up here too. And we need teachers, and we don't need them stressing out or stroking out or heart attacking out, because it's it's a hard job. But let it go. I know it's super hard, because I have had some students, oh yes, that made me want to come all the way up out of myself. Do you hear me? I know you know what I'm talking about. If you could set that place on fire, you would have did it with your temper. However, forgive them and teach them. Teach them anyway. In these instances where I've been challenged in this area, when the dust settled and the kids came back from suspension or whatever they had going on, they respected me, and to this day they love me to life. You can't say anything bad about me to them, because I chose to forgive them and treat them with the expectation that all you needed was the right tools to do better. And you will do better, because I expect you to. Not because I'm standing over you, yelling, yapping, and making you do something. It's because you have the tools and you have power to decide, and you have made the right decision to behave in a way that will help you reach your goals. Okay? So, enough about that. That is all 6. And I would like to point out that I have a new video. It's not a blog, but it's a music dance video. It's called The Teacher's Jam. And you have to see it, because when you see it and you hear the little rap that I have going to it, you're going to be jamming out yourself. So check that out. It's on this playlist right here, Adventures in Classroom Management. Look for it there. Or you could find it on my hashtag time, 2, Tech Up Teaching. And it's also in this description as well. Now, I have not left you hanging. If you want a sample of equitable behavior tiers and how to flow through that when you are assigning consequence, not punishment, consequence, I have that for you in the teacher toolbox. That is also in the description tab. And I thank you for riding this train with me, and I look forward to seeing you again next Sunday when I come back with blog number 10, and I'm going to tell you how to stop students or close opportunities for students to hijack your lesson. They can't steal it from you no more, because you are the bomb. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Inclusive and diversified. Classroom Management 101. Inclusive and diversified. Classroom Management 101. Inclusive and diversified. Classroom Management 101. Inclusive and diversified. Classroom Management 101.